am I today? Well, I'm in the Fenland Orchard, and this week is supposed to be a heat wave. It's supposed to be 30 degrees today. It is not 30 degrees, I think it's about 18 degrees, and it's foggy, or foggy, misty, somewhere around about the threshold. So I was kind of hoping to come and film today with blue skies, sun, and try and catch the wildlife that comes out. It was supposed to be the last hurrah of summer, to try and do this documentary that I'm working on with Fenland Orchard, sort of a year in the life, or 3/4 of a year in the life, of the changes from basically a flat empty field to a full-blown fruit orchard. And a lot of it's coming on. Certainly, as you can see, there's the willow butterfly that was done about a month ago, which we've filmed as well. And there's some other bits and pieces. There's a track which has now been quite established now. It's starting to, you can see it's a track. There's loads of crows over there. So yeah, it's going to be challenging. Today's going to be not backrow work, but close-up work, and I needed a lot of other equipment today than just handheld camera walking around filming bits and pieces. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I'm hoping that this will burn off. I did see the sun on the way down, so I'm hoping that it will burn off and we'll actually get some nice weather, nice bright weather, which allows to do some slow motion and some close-in work as well, especially. And yeah, so that's the plan. Best we get set up then. Get the boots on because it's a bit wet underfoot. Well, you can see the weather has changed a little. The fog has lifted, and we can now see stuff. What we're trying to do is we've found one of the trees that's got apple blossom. There are a couple around. This is one that's got the biggest apple blossom going. It's Hollandale. I think it was Hollandale apple. And we are trying to get a shot of something collecting pollen, nectar from the flower, and nothing has taken. There are loads of butterflies, and they are on everything. They're flying around, they are skirting, they're in the proximity. They've investigated the cameras. They do not have any interest in the apple blossom, so I don't know if it's just the type of butterflies, or maybe it's not the right time yet, or maybe they've already had nectar and honey collected from them. There's loads of butterflies kicking around. We're just not. Let's turn the that's the setup, and just trying to keep distant as much as possible, just trying not to get in the way, just trying to let nature do its thing. Unfortunately, nature doesn't want to do its thing. It's being a bit unpredictable today. There's no wasps, no bees, no butterflies, no insects. Nothing has any interest, so I don't know if it's the wrong time of day. But then there were very little butterflies very few butterflies out when I got here, because obviously the weather was not so good. And then as soon as the sun came out, the number of butterflies has increased tenfold. So maybe it's an evening thing, maybe we can find some entomologists who have got some idea of what various insects like to eat and when they like to eat. So after over an hour, we've given up on the first apple tree, so we've moved to a pear tree, which is Laxton's Superb, I think it's called. It's got 3 or 4 flowers. They look newer. I think the other one may have been dead or had just ceased living, and the petals were starting to drop off. So I don't know if that was maybe a contributing factor as to why no insects were being attracted to it. They were just ignoring it because it was dead, or no longer providing what they needed. So I've tried this one. The flowers seem fresher, they seem newer. There are some that are just literally about to burst on some of the trees. This one seems to be very, very recent. So I thought relocate and see if we can have another go with a different species and see. So that's the one we've got at the moment. So we're just trying that one. Again, very little activity around it. There are butterflies kicking about. There's one over here. Is he going to stay? Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. So they're definitely, there are loads about, just nothing's been drawn to these trees. So I don't know if it's just they need a specific type of butterfly, or bee, or something else to pollinate. But we'll see. We'll give this a long session and see what we come up with. Mini update. I've just spotted a different type of butterfly and a bumblebee. So could be big stuff here. Well, it's coming to the end of my time here. It's been a bit of a letdown. I've had very little activity at all. I know that's the problem in nature. It's unpredictable. But I was kind of hoping in the frame that we were here, we'd have some kind of activity, and there's been absolutely nothing. So I don't know what the variables are that you need to have to make everything work. But down to the last couple of minutes before I have to pack up and head off to a different appointment. I didn't expect to be here for so long. So I will be back in a couple of days' time. This heat wave is going to stay for a few days, into next week, I think. So I'll be back possibly a couple of days' time, and maybe another next week, just to have another go. Also to go around and actually concentrate on getting some other insects activity on different plants, which there's plenty of. It's just that I wanted to get something that was specifically related to the actual pear trees or apple trees, and there's absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm watching the butterflies and they're all milling around. They're not bothered by me or the cameras. They're just flying past, but they seem to be actively avoiding the trees. They're actually going up and around and actually circumventing it. So I don't know if there's something I just don't like about it. I don't know. This is all new to me. But it's an interesting experience, and we'll go away, probably do a bit more research. I mean, I don't know if you saw that there. It was butterflies checking out the camera, so they're not bothered by the camera. So we'll call it a day. We'll pack up and we'll come back in a couple of days, and we'll try again and see what else we can do. Okay.